Share a fun story. Oh, you guys can see me. You guys just see me right now? Okay, what story should I share? I'm looking at everyone in the chat. They said share a fun story. What kind of story? We can. How I met Tim? Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'll share it and we'll see what happens. Timmy. Okay, so it was actually a really awesome moment. I was about to speak at Conscious Life Expo for the first time in LA. And I was introduced to Sarah Bressman Cosme online because a client of mine said that she's friends with her and we should definitely meet. So I started talking to Sarah Bressman Cosme and planning to meet her in person at the conference since I was speaking around the same time as her. And then I started following her and I saw a live with her and Tim. Now, the night before that, I was visiting my family and my dad was watching Cosmic Disclosure on TV. And he goes, Sarah, you gotta come check this guy out. Everything he says about being 6 reminds me of what you always talk about. He's like, it matches so much what you always share. And then he said, and you won't believe it. He said, the moon's a spaceship. And he's freaking out. He's like, Sarah, you got to hear this. So I sat down with him and it was an interview on Cosmic Disclosure where the first thing Tim said was like, yep, the moon is a spaceship. And we were laughing so much about that moment. So when I saw him go live with Sarah Bressman Cosme that day, I was like, oh my gosh, that's who my dad was just watching last night. And as I was watching them, I had this like feeling in my heart that just like expanded so much. And I remember sitting there in that living room and being like, oh, I'm going to be friends with them. I just knew it. I was like, I'm going to be best friends with them. I know it. And before I knew it, a few weeks later, I was also introduced from a past client to Tim in the All Shift Happily Now movement. A client of mine introduced me to Tim and was like, oh, you got to bring Sarah on there. She's great. And so Tim brought me into the All Shift Happily Now movement. But sometimes we just know, like our heart knows exactly like who our soul family is, who our friends are, and we can trust that. And it was just such a playful moment. You know, it was just the universe working its magic.
I heard that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the story prompt.
What's that?
Thank you for the story prompt for Diana and Buddy.
Yeah, apologies. I don't expect this community life to be completely round and smooth because there's so much technology, and everyone who has ever had a computer knows there's going to be some wacky stuff going on. But there's another person, and I love him dearly, and I met him at Gaia too. He actually came over to me in a cafe, and I appreciate him so much that he's part of this forever now. So, Kedrich Olsen, our shadow work, is here.
Hey, it's good to see you all. I'm glad to be here again.
Glad to see you too. This is super cool because now everyone's on the screen, which I adore. I actually have seen one of these very old school Instagram lives that we used to have 2 years ago. Lovely. I had the biggest feelings of nostalgia. And now we're here. Kedrich, are you good?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I mean, besides keeping this all going here, I'm pretty good. We have someone else with us who I'm also adding. She's from Japan and a community favorite. Second time here with us on the All Shift Happily Now community life. And we got some cool plans. So with us is Nochi and Eric. Hi, you two. I'm not sure if I hear you. Sarah, do you hear? No?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Technical difficulties. No, just kidding.
Guten Tag.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having us.
So good to see you back and go a little bit into your story about you two and some of the stuff that we're going to do. But first of all, to complete this circle, we have someone special here too. Yeah, I don't know if it needs an introduction. She's so cool. I love her dearly. Here's Debbie Solaris.
Hey,
She was like, wow.
Tim, I'm not wearing Christmas clothes this time, so
That's okay. I think it's approaching summertime.
yeah, exactly. So trying to dress appropriately for the season, but it's great to be here, great to be back, and just excited for today and for more opportunities to come. So thank you for having me back.
I'm super excited. I'm gonna get some other people here on screen because we can do that now. Because we do have our golden ticket winners who are with us too. And first of all, I love her artwork, and I hope someday we're gonna make some cool stuff together. Michelle, I see. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? It's been a couple months. I'm glad to be back.
It's so cool to see you. Excited to have a talk with you. We have also Diana here. Hi, Diana.
Hi, it's great to be here and to see everyone. And do you know that today is a 1-year anniversary for me? It was a year ago. It was 4/24/24 was the first time that I was invited on your show as a golden ticket winner. So this is exciting.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Thank you for remembering. Oh, that's amazing. Someone else, I met her in Italy and in Germany and often. Here's Monica.
Hi everyone! I couldn't wait today to be with you again. And I'm so happy to see you, Debbie, with us again. Love and joy for everyone.
Beautiful shirts, by the way. That's the first generation. We're approaching the final limitations of, oh my goodness, so cool. Someday it's going to be covered. We have another one here. She's pretty new, but I have just great words for her. She's such an engaged soul and a great facilitator of energies. Well, and in our Ticket to Ride course, she is the scholarship winner. Judith is here. Hi.
Hey guys, super happy to be here, like always. Really, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. We have some special stuff today, and that is going to be...
He's gone.
Well, that was the wrong button. Everyone, this is going to be legendary because there's a lot of buttons here. I have this thing here. I tried it last night with Steph Mara, actually. He was so nice to spend, I think, 3 hours with me to do this dry setup kind of thing. But again, I'm not expecting it to all go super smoothly today, but that's okay. The beautiful thing is, you guys, everyone at home around the world in the All Shift Happening Now community, you're all with us, and we can put you on the screen right now, which is pretty cool. So I want to read some quick comments because we have so many. So who do we have here? We have Pia. Greetings from Sweden. Diana, I know she's from Spain. Timothy is here. Good to see you. Of course, we have Nochi. I have no idea what she texted. Lydia is from Texas. Michelle is here. Her internet came just back online. So cool. Erica from Ottawa. Timothy is asking, Nochi, how do we translate your text? I'm asking that myself too. We go a little bit further into what we do with Eric and Nochi, because there's a whole new world expanding for All Shift Happening Now next month. It's going to be fun. But first of all, hi to Cathy from Quebec, Canada. I do have a lot of French Canadians here. That's pretty cool. We have Andy here. Hello to Vienna. I bet Connie is going to love that. Hi from the UK, Naomi Cornwall. Tasmania. That's so cool. Thank you so much for being awake at 6 a.m. in the morning. Eden is here from England. There is Connie, another one from Vienna. I think we should have like a headquarters in Vienna. Lots of people from the Shifter family. Chrissy is saying, "Hi, Shifter family, excited for today's gathering. This community is such a powerful and encouraging space." That's true. Thank you so much. We are going to read your comments like never before. It's gonna be on screen. I'm freaking excited for that. I think we have so much stuff going on. I'm quickly gonna get Sarah back here, and I'm also gonna get Debbie back here, because you guys, we are going to meet in Mexico. I'm very, very excited for that. And I know you two are going to the blessing of the land. I think that was very, very special because it was very special last year in Germany. As Debbie would say, Germany of all countries. And you did a blessing. It was so nice. What are you planning on doing? Because Mexico is a special place. Debbie, any plans?
Yes, I have a few things planned. So I'm going to be presenting on the connection of Mexico, particularly the. Oops, I think I'm okay. I'm back.
There we go.
So particularly the connection of the Mayan people and some of the other indigenous peoples of Central America to certain star systems. And there's actually 3 star systems I'm going to be focusing on. It'll be first of all, Maya is a star system in the Pleiades, and it's very shamanistically oriented, and we're going to be talking about Maya. There's a reason why the Mayans are called Mayans, because they probably originated from Maya in the Pleiades. So, and Chichen Itza, I actually been to Chichen Itza about 2 years ago, and I noticed that all the temples at Chichen Itza are actually aligned with either the Pleiades or Venus. So we have some planets, some temples that are also aligned with Venus. So Venus is going to be the other system that we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about the Venusian people, who they are, what they're about, and how they influence the Mayans. And then we're also going to be talking about the star system of Merope, which is also in the Pleiades, and what impact did they have on the Mayan culture. So as Tim knows and Sarah knows, I always put a lot of heart and energy and a lot of research into all the presentations I do. So you won't come away empty-handed. So that'll be cool. I also plan to do some other little trainings, maybe some activations, some aligning with star families, and then Sarah and I always do like a blessing of the land. So we're always going to be doing that. So it'll be great. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And I do have a little gift, for people that sign up under me, which I don't know, Tim, if you want me to go into this now or wait until later, but I can
I
go.
think we have to clarify quickly what that means, because I think we haven't really talked about the bundle situation.
Yeah, the bundle situation. Yeah.
It was 1 week before Christmas, and every and each speaker is bringing a little present. On the website, you find their codes. Debbie, Sarah Zula, Tim, Megan Megan, she's also there. So if you type that in, you have your favorite speakers bring some nice presents. And what is it, Debbie?
Okay. Well, I brought them here. So these are my little gifts that I'm going to give to people that sign up under me. It's small, but actually there's a lot in this little package. So I have different star seed crystal kits for a lot of different star lineages. So here's one for the Pleiadian star seeds. Here's another one for Earth star souls. We have Andromedan star seeds, one for Orion star seeds. I have more. No, we're not done yet. Lyra Vega star seeds. And of course, we can't forget the Arcturians. We have the Arcturian starseed kit. And last but not least, the Sirian starseed kits. So if you sign up under me, you will get one of these kits along with a few other little gift package I'm going to put together for you. And just to show you what these kits entail, it does have like a collection of 5 crystals that are especially aligned with your particular star lineage. So this is the one for the Pleiades kit. So it's just a sample here. And so some of the crystals that we have for the Pleiades kit is amethyst. You know, a lot of people like amethyst. Aquamarine, that's a beautiful, beautiful crystal. And labradorite, that's another really nice crystal. Moonstone, so we have moonstone, and also rose quartz. And not only will you get that, but you'll get like a whole instruction kit on how these crystals align with you as a particular starseed as you are, how to meditate with it, and how to use them. So it's a pretty cool little kit. I don't offer these for sale anymore on my website. So this is like your one and only opportunity to get a special kit that's aligned with your star system. And like I said, there's a few to choose from. So if you sign up under me, just reach out to me and let me know which star kit you're interested in. And we will bring one specially for you, along with maybe some other little treats. So that's what I got. Yeah. So
I love that. I know
yeah.
people are going to love that because
Yeah.
you do have a lot of people that identify as star seeds. How
Mhm.
do people know what of the different kits they're going to pick?
I'm sorry, what was that question again?
How do people know what of the different kits is right for them?
They can actually go on my website, and on the top of my homepage, there's actually a starseed quiz that they can take. So they just download it, and it's a pretty good quiz. It's right on the top of my page. You'll see it right there. It's on the homepage where it talks about Mintaka. So just download that little quiz, and that'll give you a pretty good indication of what star system you're connected with. And
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Michelle's saying, well, now I'm going to have to buy my ticket from Debbie.
Cool.
I think we answered Timothy's questions. What if we don't know what starseed we are? But we do also have other presents. I know Sarah is doing something very special. It's going to be a private group session. And unless she's going to write a book until December, then we're going to definitely give her a book.
Tim has been pushing me to finish.
Oh, Sarah,
Maybe.
a little
We
bit
can
in
set
and
the
out.
intention.
Sarah froze.
Oh, I froze. Am I back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're back.
Can you guys hear me? Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes, everyone. Tim has been gently nudging me to finish my book by December. Thank you for that. Appreciated. Good friend. So so I'm so excited to get to do the blessings of the land with you again, Debbie. That was really special to do because what I was doing is really grounding us into the earth, grounding us into the space, blessing the spirits of the land. And Debbie brought us right up, like right up with this beautiful galactic clearing. So I was honored to get to do that with you. And I'm excited to do that with you again, Debbie.
Yeah,
Really
no, I'm excited too. I just love Sarah. I feel like she's a true sister, and I got the blessing to meet her in person last year in Germany, and I can't wait to join everybody again in Mexico. It's going to be exciting, and I hope a lot of you can join us because it's going to be like no other conference. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be like a big party, but we're going to learn a lot at the same time.
It is going to be a big party. It is going to be a big party. Something that I'm going to do for the blessings of the land is what's really interesting about Mexico is one, it's such a potent land. I used to live there for quite some time. I got trained by Mayan wisdom keepers there, actually. When I did a retreat, I ran a retreat in Mexico. We brought a Mayan wisdom keeper in to take us through the traditional ways, through the Temazcal, to walk us through the sacred sites in traditional ways. And I did a healing session at the retreat. And then the Mayan wisdom keeper actually asked me to train her in the healing session. And she would then trade information with me too about some of their customs that I can bring in. It's a really, really special moment. So something that I'm going to do is honor what she shared because she gave me full permission. I'm like, who am I to share the information that you're sharing with me? Like, I'm not trained by the Mayan customs. Like, I don't know if I feel right to share that. And she
Yeah.
said to me, she's like, it's meant to be shared. She
Yeah.
said it's meant to be shared by the unique essences that all of us have. Like, everyone listening to this, we have our own unique essences, our own unique genius. And it was so open. Like, she was so open about it. She's like, please do share this. So we'll do a blessing of the lands honoring them, which definitely has to do with giving offerings. So I'm going to prepare Mayan custom offerings for everyone that we're going to be able to bless our offerings, and then throughout the time together, you can find your sacred place and give the offering that we all bless together in that moment. And we'll also do a special grounding in Mexico too, because Mexico's land is over water, just like the cenote that our space is over. So the grounding there and connecting to the land there is way more flowing. And it's also, it almost feels like it's closer to the stars. You guys are going to notice that who haven't been there before. It feels like a portal to the stars. So we're going to do a special blessing of the land, a special grounding. And I've been meditating on what's going to come through for this group, because in Germany, we did a quantum timeline healing. It's a healing modality I developed and or came through me. And so we did quantum timeline healing. So it was like a deep subconscious healing that we did together. And in this one, it feels way more like shooting up to like our highest expression, our highest timeline. So we'll do a timeline activation when we're together. And then the personal gift that I'll be giving is I'm going to do a very private VIP group session for the people who sign up with me. And anything that might be subconsciously in the way of anything you're manifesting or anything that you're really wanting to activate in your highest timeline, we're going to do a subconscious clearing from anything in the way so that you feel so activated in our time together. So if you sign up with Sarah Zula, we're going to do a very private, intimate group session, which will be really beautiful. I'm excited to do that with everyone.
I'm freaking excited too. I think we should talk about the other things that happen. So I think it's a fantastic idea. First of all, we're going to reinterpret Christmas a little bit. You can support your favorite speakers, and they are going to give you a nice present, which is super, super sweet. Besides Debbie, which is one of the codes, and you get your Starseed kit. Sarah Zula, either a live session or a book, who knows? Pushing. When you type in Tim, I'm going to quickly bring Monica on here. You don't get Monica, but look at the shirt. That is the first generation All Shift Happening Now shirt. What do you say? Oh, so you said something. That's the All Shift Happening Now first generation shirt. We've done a limited edition on that. And if you've missed Pokemon cards in 1995, and now they go for $200,000, you don't want to miss the All Shift Happening Now first generation shirt, because we're never going to do that shirt again. It's limited. It comes with a card and a number. But I don't think that anyone would ever, sell them, because if you show that, Monica, on the site, you get a badge, and you can actually, connect to other people about all these events. It's super cute. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for showing that, Monica. And we do have some other stuff, because we do have some cool people coming from podcast. Probably people that are completely new for the All Shift Happening in our community. And because we don't have the podcast people there, maybe we do, who knows? Everyone who signs up with the podcast links, we have these nice Fujifilm digital cameras that everyone gets, and they have a digital printer. So the idea is the All Shift Happening Now conference is all about connecting. When you find some nice people there in Mexico, you can take a selfie, print it out, put your Instagram handle on it, put your email on it, your WhatsApp number, whatever. Give that photo to an All Shift Happening Now friend, and be connected for the rest of your lifetime and the next 2 million lifetimes, probably. And we do also have Megan. I want to quickly, or Megan. I actually did a research on ChatGPT. It was saying I should pronounce it Megan. I don't know. I think her name is American name. Margaret in Europe. She's doing the drowsing rods. She's super, super great at doing those. You probably have seen her videos. She has hundreds and thousands of followers on TikTok and Instagram. And something that I'm super excited about. Everyone gets one of those. Hi, Monica, you're back. First session. We're getting better here with all the technology. Everyone who signs up with Megan gets one of those wonderful drowsing rods, and she's teaching how to use them. It's a very, very special gift. I'm very excited for that. I do already have my All Should Happily Now shirt. I might sign up for the drowsing rods, but I'm also going to join all of you guys. That's the benefit of being the host of this. Anyway, I'm super excited. You said that the Mayan region is all about water. We are very close to Cenote. We are having. Last time we had this really interesting experience in an original ashram in Germany, and this time we are in a Mexican hacienda. 100 years there, very traditional. We are enclosed and safe in this beautiful spot. We're going to do some clearing, land healing too, and we're going to have food together. I've never had a taco. Can you believe that, Sarah?
I can believe it because you do mention it quite a lot. We got to get Tim a taco, everyone. We got to get Tim a very good taco when we are in Mexico together.
I just don't want to regret it.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
I love it. Okay, well, I'm quite resistant with spices, so I'm very, very excited. Yeah, I think it's super special. Last time, Debbie, you remember that too, when how beautiful it was to be together and eat together and wake up in the morning and having these sessions. And we're going to do it in Mexico. And we have 2 restaurants that we bundled up. It's all included in the tickets. And I'm quite excited about the food. I know you've been to Mexico. How is the Mexican food, Debbie?
Oh, it's phenomenal. My husband and I, we go to Mexico every year. I mean, it's kind of like it's a kind of a tradition now for us. And we usually go in December. So it's interesting that we're having this conference in December. So more than likely, my husband will be with me too, at this conference. And we love Mexican food. We love Mexican people. We just love the culture. And I live in Colorado where, Mexican food is quite prevalent here. So I pretty much know Mexican food really well. And it's great. I mean, I'm surprised that poor Tim never had a taco. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about planet Earth is we have tacos here, so can't live without a taco, at least trying one. So,
Sherry is saying it should be a pizza flavored taco.
Yeah, no. We got to have like a traditional, really like a street taco or something really traditional, which is great. Yeah. So me personally, I like the fish tacos. I mean, those are my favorite, but there's lots of good tacos with good fillings.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's something that is super cool. Some people in our community mentioned we want to have a dance party, and we are organizing that too. I'm still looking out for permission to do that. But if we do, we're going to have a really, really nice DJ, and then we're going to gather around the pool in the midst of December, where it's still warm in Mexico. We can still hang out in shirt. Basically.
Oh, it's going to be nice in Mexico in December.
Nice.
It's going to be like summer in most other places, but which is one of the reasons why we love it so much, because it is like year-round summer there.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Diana is asking, is Debbie Solaris familiar with a race called the Centarians?
No, never heard of that, but I'll have to look into it. Thanks. Centarians. Do you know what star system they're aligned with?
Yeah, I give that question down to the pass that forward. Oh man, there's so many beautiful comments.
I
This
like that.
community is so beautiful. I got to give a shout out to the community and Monica, because Monica's a very powerful manifester. She has proven that time and time again. Monica was mentioning that she really wanted to have a dance party. She did an awesome video on it, right, Monica? Literally, like 2 days later, Tim, a DJ who lives in Mexico, reached out to Tim, and his fiance, I think, his fiance or wife is a part of the All Shift Happily Now community. She's awesome. She's such a sweet being. I've gotten to meet her before. And her fiance is a DJ in Tulum and reached out and wanted to DJ for us. So good job, Monica, and good job, community.
Yeah, it's special. I'm very excited. Vanessa, she's been a guest speaker here too, for once this week. That's super cool. I'm very excited. Eric is saying I should get a schnitzel taco. Well, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Beautiful. I'm super excited. I want to quickly talk to Kedrich because there was a question about the Pope, and I know that's right now one of the topics that is in our community as well. Kedrich, is there anything that came for you through from the spirit realm about the passing of the Pope?
No, I have to admit, my ear has not been to the ground too much on that, but somewhat sort of ancillarily related to that one is people talking about the end of times. You know, some people say this was prophesized as the last pope. We've seen it show up as a couple of times as the last pope, which is an indicator of the end times. And working with the Whisperers over the years, one of the things they've told me about the end of times is that there is no such thing. That you see, the greatest force of creation for all of humanity is our collective unconsciousness. It creates what I call a collectively agreed upon reality. And where there may be, let's say, hundreds of thousands of people expecting the end of the world this weekend, next weekend, the next full moon, whatever it is, or maybe hundreds of thousands of people doing that. Remember how many billions of people there are on this planet, 8 billion people. And that means there are still over 7 billion people that want the sun to come up, that people want life to continue on. And so where there may be people expecting the end of the world, it's just not going to happen. Far too many other people want the world to continue, want things to grow. So if anything, take comfort in that this is not the end of times. In fact, the end of times is likely never to happen as long as people want life to continue and they want their lives to go on en masse, because we are creating this reality. And it's important that we keep tuning into the message of All Shift Happily Now, because we are inserting information to the collective unconsciousness. We are making it possible that not only does humanity survive, but we thrive with the upcoming changes, with the collective growth that we are all doing, because you are all initiators of the shift. Just by doing your own work, you are affecting that collective unconsciousness so that life not only goes on, but it just keeps getting better for everybody.
Oh, I love that message. Thank you so much, Kedrich. I think Judith wants to contribute too. Judith is actually good friends with Matthias De Stefano, and I know you guys go to Italy very, very soon, and you hopefully go to the Italy retreat too. So let's get her on. What's the message that came through for Matthias?
So in March, we were there, 13th of March. We were 12 people, and we were guided to be 12, holding the space of the 12 rays, which is together like what we call archangels, not with the wings, not like a human shape, but the frequencies of the 12 rays. And together with Matthias also, he was there. And what we received was that when the Pope passed, we needed to come back there and to hold the space, because once the Pope will be gone, there will be an empty vessel there. And the work that the Pope has been doing until now, which has been actually has been the most human, let's call it, like thinking about the good in the planet. The Pope that actually really thought about humanity. So we wanted to keep the frequency that this Pope opened up the door. So now that the Pope passed, there is two of us already there. And last night, actually, all of us, we were dreaming exactly the same, that somehow we were there with day two, that they were in the Vatican at that time. And so from now until more or less the 13th of May, we will have all the 12 of us. We are taking turns to go to Rome and stay there to hold the space that of the frequency that we worked on in March. And much more work is happening actually. We don't know until we're going to be there what's going to happen, but that's what we are guided to hold the space for what this Pope did, to don't go lower, to don't bring the frequency down. Otherwise, instead of like bringing the frequency higher. And I feel all of us, the 12 of us, we feel that there is a massive shift that's going to happen. And we need to understand that the Vatican is the shape of a key. So it's kind of like really turning the key into Roma, which in Spanish is Roma, amor, Rome, love. So it's kind of turning the key into another frequency. And something that before this call, we were connected the 12 and we were talking about that. And something that these two people connected today was that now it's time to bring the feminine and the masculine in balance. It's been a lot of patriarchal, and now it's coming into another evolution, another level.
I want to quickly connect that because it's very interesting. Actually, I was tuning into a Debbie Duffinger podcast lately, and she was exactly talking about these male and feminine energies too. And they were talking about Mexico. And for me, it's so special because apparently all these big speakers also happening now, we're all drawn to Mexico right now. Matthias was in Mexico. Debbie and Neil Gore, they were all both talking about Mexico too. And there is apparently a prophecy talking about the condor and the eagle coming together, about Mexico, combining the north and the south in the area where we are with Orchard Happily now, bringing the female and the masculine together. I think that is so special that we go to Mexico. I want to quickly get Sarah back and Debbie because we do have a question. First of all, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the location, Mexico, and the special meaning of that? We are actually in a real Mayan city, Sachi, which is the energy of the white hawk. So that's the direct translation. We are in the energy field of, the bird energy. I think it's more than just a random fact that we are there. What do you guys think about that? Whoever wants to answer first.
Yeah.
I feel Debbie wants to answer first.
Well, I think, avians in particular, I think, Mexico has always been represented by avian energy, and avians in particular have been, coming to the forefront because they were one of the founder races, so they were one of the founder races that created physicality and frequency here in this galaxy. So I think this representation of these, massive avian beings, coming together might represent, just the return to the original human template, which is what we were always meant to have here on planet Earth. We were always meant to have this, expanded consciousness. And Avian energy is often represented by the phoenix, which I think actually also aligns a lot with Mexico in the sense that we're seeing the rebirth of ancient civilizations, the teachings of the ancient civilizations, the healing modalities, the activations, particularly light body activation. That's something that I hope to bring forward, for the conference. But that's going to be one of my offerings for the Mexico conference coming up. But we're going to work on some light activation and honoring that phoenix energy, the rebirthing of our cosmic selves, So I think Mexico is the perfect place to do this. And it's going to be amazing to align with, those ancient energies and, bringing forward the the ancient, Mayan, Aztec, and Inca energies, to the forefront. We're seeing that with Lemuria as well, Atlantean energy. We're seeing the reemergence of, I think, a lot of ancient civilizations. And I think there's something to be learned from all of them. So I'm excited to be a part of it. Thank you.
I'm super excited and so happy that you join us. Last time you had the elemental tour.
Yeah,
in
the
Germany,
elemental tour. Yeah, we
right?
talked about the phoenix a little bit in that one. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Phoenix is actually aligned with fire energy, so and there's a lot of fire elemental energy in Mexico, so it's exciting.
Fire and water, right?
Yeah, fire and water. Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to be special. The Hacienda that we are very, very close to its own cenote. For those people who've never been to Mexico, that's a very, very sacred water space. The grace, actually, when we were talking about the pyramids in Mexico, they were telling us the whole area was underwater. There was everywhere we could go now because there are like meadows and grass that used to be all water, and just in order to facilitate the energies. And we've seen that in Germany too. The 1940 Germans have built this big pond around the excellent stones just to facilitate the energies. And I think there is no place on Earth that is so alive and where the water is so alive as Mexico is. What do you think, Sarah? I know
Yeah,
we're living that.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. The cenotes too, as well. A lot of them are connected underneath the pyramids. So there's different pyramids that are connected through the underwater cenotes, and it's definitely worth going to swim in. This water carries potent information. It really does. From personal experience, I've taken a group into the waters of the cenote, and interesting things happen. Soul memories come back, gifts come back. This water carries sacred information, and this water underneath the grounds of Mexico, you can really, really feel it. So it's special that we'll have the beautiful cenotes amplifying the energy. And I also really honor what Judith is doing, and it was really cool to hear her story. And Judith, I send you and your group so many blessings. Thank you for holding the frequency of Rome. It is no light task to go there and hold the frequency there. So I really, really want to honor you. I have the chills talking about it. I really want to honor you. So thank you, and thank you to your group for going to do that, because that is very, very important work. And as you were mentioning, the balancing of the masculine and feminine, I really, really resonate with that as well, because the masculine and the feminine has been so abused on this planet. And it's just this energy that really gets to come alive again within all of us and gets to be truly honored. And we get to go through a process of relearning together as a civilization what it is like to truly express the masculine and feminine in harmony and at their highest essence. So it's going to be a beautiful journey together. And I really appreciate that your group is doing that.
Thank you, Sarah. And something that I forgot to mention, because the question was about the soul of the Pope. These two people were connected with the soul of the Pope at that time, last night. And what they said is that he's still above, like he's still around. And he was connecting to them, helping them to do the energy work. So I know that the Vatican has many dark sides and dark kind of like um, secrets, let's call it like this. But this Pope brought a new energy, and actually since 2012, this Pope opened up the doors for us to do energetic work there. So I honor him very much because he knew what we were doing. He knew that we were not we were not against the church, but we were not doing what the church were supposed to do, and they opened up the door. Since 2012, we were like welcome there, and they knew what we were doing. So I want to honor this Pope, not the whole church, but this Pope, yes.
I hope they open the library very soon. And some others.
Scary.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm very, very excited. I think we're doing a great job with all stuff happening now. We are connecting all these countries and spirits, different star races and star species. And overall, we're going to have so much fun, waking up in the morning all together. I think it's a very special, it's so different than any other, conference where people are in their Airbnbs and all over. We are going to stay in this beautiful hacienda together. It's an orchard. They have peaches everywhere. The cenote is close. The pyramids are close. We are very likely going there together again. And from the whole day is super special. All of those days, staying together, having food together, having these amazing lessons, practical lessons too. And then a dance party at the pool. I'm pretty. And that in December, one week before all the nonsense with Christmas and family stuff. Anyway, everyone, so happy. There are some stuff that I quickly want to talk about because we do have some nice news with all stuff happening now. Something that I'm so happy about because there's this wonderful soul. He is a legendary musician, and next week he's doing a big stadium or a residency in Las Vegas. And I've not shown that yet, but he sent me that book, and I think I'm quickly gonna read that because it's so special and cute. As a greeting to the All Shift Happily Now community, Tim, let's all shift happily together right now, which is a Van Halen song. So shout out to this loving soul, Sammy Hagar, amazing being, and I'm beyond grateful to have this friendship. So there's a lot of going on. He's creating this wonderful show too. And we have something coming up next month, which I'm excited about. It is a lot about Japan because All Shift Happily Now is going to Japan. So I'm quickly getting Eric and Nachi. Wait, that's too many people. There we go.
Oh
my God.
Whoa.
Perfect. That's going to be so smooth. Once I know how to operate these buttons.
I like what you're doing.
Right?
Yeah, it works. I don't even think you should downplay it. You should just embrace it.
Yeah, I do. I wasn't expecting everything to go smooth the first time, but the second and third is going to be more tight. Anyway, we are going to do some Japanese stuff together. You guys, I'm so excited for that because we're opening up a whole new aspect of shifting the world together. And I'm super happy that we actually connected. Sunday, right, Nochi?
Yeah, Sunday. This Sunday at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
German time, and Japan time is 5 p.m. We collaborate with Tim for Japanese audience, and I hope Tim understands Japanese.
He'll get it. He's smart.
Telepathy.
Just open up his crown and he'll just be right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be practical to speak Japanese because we're gonna do some stuff, and I don't know, do Japanese people how do they relate to the English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It'll be fine.
yeah, some people, some people. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm super excited because you
Yeah.
guys are doing third eye activation in Japan. You are in Japan while I am in Italy in June,
Right.
but from next month on, every 7th, we are doing an Also Chapelino Japanese edition, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's right.
Goosebumps. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, yes, I got goosebumps.
The goosebumps.
So
Yeah, I'm
much.
excited too. It's so exotic because last time we connected with the Japanese audience, all the comments, it's so beautiful to watch that, but I still no idea what they say.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
And something that is coming up too in September, we are going on tour together.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are going to tour the heck out of Disneyland Tokyo.
It's a secret, right?
It's a secret. Don't tell anybody.
Secret.
It is a secret.
All bus
Well,
for 4 people.
Yeah, we are going to Tokyo and Kyoto and going to do a fantastic psychic workshop there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We are going to do amazing things for people.
Mm-hmm. So excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. What do you guys expect?
I didn't hear you. What?
What do you guys expect to have when people open their third eyes and all that?
You're breaking up.
It's a little laggy.
Too high
What's that?
vibration, maybe.
You're breaking.
Yeah, I guess.
We didn't hear what you were saying. Could you repeat it, please?
I do. I speak very slowly, so the internet works too. What do we expect? Once I know you've done some activation, third eye activation too. Now we bring in some ET knowledge too. What do you think about the Japanese people, and what do you expect for them to shift into?
You want to answer? Oh, I think they'll shift happily is what they're going to do, and they're going to get everything that they need when we're working together. You know, it's about the love that you offer, and you got a lot of love. Sarah's got a lot of love. Mochi's got a lot of love. I got a little bit of love, so it'll all be good. You guys will make up for my lack in the conversation there. You know, so it doesn't matter. It'll be all good. I think it'll be amazing for people to be meeting you for the first time. Some of them have seen you on Gaia TV, so that's going to be like the star factor. And that's a nice thing for the Japanese people because they really like, you know, when they see somebody famous, they get super hyped up. And that always adds to the expansion of the experience, you know, it always amplifies it.
Lydia is saying a little love is still good.
A little bit too good. A little bit of. Oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so and what else do we talk? We're going to be there for 2 weeks, right, Tim?
Maybe 2 weeks. Yeah.
You're going to be there for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to combine that with some visitation. I've been to Japan before. I've actually told my stories with Jeff Mara last night. I ran into a wall, and it's something that I actually also talked about yesterday was my experience with the breakfast in Japan, because apparently, especially in Kyoto, in like the most traditional areas, when you go down to the breakfast room at 6 a.m., they have fish broth and green tea and sushi with raw fish waiting for people. And I had that, I was so over that after like a few days in Japan that, and there's always like this waitress, she's just sitting and kneeling in front of you while eating, you know, which very interesting culture, I guess. And I peeled off the fish because I couldn't see any raw fish anymore. And I dunked it into the hot soup and she freaked out. She was like, no.
Please don't do this. Oh my God.
Yeah, You guys have an interesting culture. That's
Yeah. and yeah, German too.
Yeah.
oh yeah, 100%. Oh my goodness.
Mexicans as
Anyway,
well.
what's that, Eric?
Mexicans as well.
Are you really Mexican?
Yes,
Half.
at least a portion of me.
50% Mexican.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
You
you
can tell
know,
by my mustache and
you know,
Yeah, now that I see you with a mustache and a sombrero, now
probably gonna grow one. I'm gonna try to grow one before
yes,
Tokyo.
look
so,
same.
Yeah.
Look same.
oh my goodness, that's so good.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm very very excited for that. We are also going to work on a course for Japan and for the international market too. I know that a lot of people in the community really connected with you, Nochi and Eric, and we're gonna do that together. I'm also gonna get Sarah in here because you're gonna be part of that course as well, and we're gonna do some basic meditation, like basic meditation, and then third eye opening, connecting to some of the stars and the ET intelligence and genetics. And Sarah, you're going to do some healing work. Oh, you're muted.
Here we go. I'm so excited to collaborate with you all. We're going to co-create something so amazing together. I'm really excited to do this.
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited. And Nochi, you actually sent me a screenshot of the Japanese magazine. I couldn't read anything, but it was so nice to see. You were there, Nochi were there, and apparently me in the studio too. Very, very big cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good timing.
Good timing, yeah.
Because
exactly.
this magazine published on 7th of May. You know, we officially start our live, you know, live streaming together. 7th of May, the same day we started.
Lydia is saying your last name is giving it away, Eric.
It is. Padilla.
Padilla.
Yeah.
Padilla. Yeah.
Padilla. Like tortilla.
Padilla.
Like tortilla.
Beautiful. Anyway, I'm super excited. I know that that's going to be a whole new level of healing because the Japanese culture, I feel, well, I'm getting to know it now, but I feel like they have this beautiful connection to spirituality. And they've always been connected to ET species too, right? They have all these gray figures thousands of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a lot of this. I think even they had like these creatures living in the water where they actually had posted signs that stay away from the water. That's real.
Ooh.
And then the dragon spirits, you know, lots of dragons and all kinds of wild boar. They have so many different types of spirits there. It's really monkeys, even monkeys, right? Monkeys, there are a lot of monkey spirits. When we went to the temples, we were seeing a lot of monkeys. And
it's not monkey, it's feline.
Oh, feline monkey.
Feline monkey, not monkey. Felines, you know, in front of a shrine and temple, like a how do you say, object, like a sphinx, you know.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Like a sphinx.
Sphinx.
Okay.
You know, feline. You know, like a dog, or you know, to protect the house of God. God means extraterrestrial. You know, this is actually the shrine and the temples.
Oh yeah, the temples. We're going to have a temple tour.
Sarah, exactly. Maybe even a late night temple tour to do a connection to this galactic peoples.
I freaking love that. I'm very excited. We're going to translate everything into Japanese.
I do.
Nochi is probably going to do it. Unless I learn Japanese really quickly on the fly. Who knows? Who knows?
I think you will.
Yeah.
Christiana is saying the temples in Kyoto are stunning. I've actually seen them. It's new for Sarah. But you're excited about that.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about it. I mentioned to Tim like a few weeks before you three connected. I mentioned to Tim, I was like, I really want to go to Japan. It's time. Few months later, he's like, we're going to Japan. I'm like, are you serious?
I said I'm
Very-
going to bring you to Japan.
It just
and then not
happened
to
like
reach out
this.
to me. That was special.
So what you're saying is Tim predicted that he was going to, or you predicted, you were thinking about it. And then
I just wanted to go. It was just from my heart. You know, my heart was just like, it's time. I really want to go to Japan now. I like to listen to the heart and the calls that are happening.
Right.
And it was like a day or two later that you all connected. It was beautiful.
I said to Sarah, we're going to go to Japan, but when we do it, we're going to do it as a work mission. And then Nochi reached out. So
Yeah. Yeah, through
Nice.
Instagram, I wrote Tim. Yeah.
yeah, the text
Right after, it was really funny because right after we all connected and decided that we were going to do this collaboration, a client of mine is a martial arts master and she's going into a tournament that's about to be televised. I had no idea that she was doing this. She sent me a picture and she said, do you like it? And she has my name, Sarah Zula, Reclaim Your Freedom is my brand. And she has it mirrored in Japanese text. And I was like, what? And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. The universe is just really bringing a lot of synchronicities together. It was a special moment. I sent you a picture. I sent you both a picture.
Yeah. You sent me. Yeah, I showed Eric too.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Yeah. Special moment.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. So if any one of you speaks fluent Japanese or is coming from Japan, next 7, Nochi, Eric, and I, we are going live together on your channel on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yes, and we're going to do an awesome happening now in Japanese.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting broadcast, let's say. Trying to dial it in, get Tim dialed in with a language. I'm just going to be there as moral support for you, Tim, so you don't just feel like you're just sitting there and looking in space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, Lydia is saying also happening now. Next conference should be in Japan. I think we're going to do some cool stuff in Japan. I'm very, very sure about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone, I want to quickly check with Kadich Olsen too, because I want to hear what's new with him in his life. Kadich, anything new? Well, first of all, I want to clarify that really quickly because we would love to have you in Mexico, but it's actually not happening. So just so the community knows you're not excluded, we would invite you with all our hearts. But I think you're sending us some love from Colorado.
Absolutely. I'll be sending all the energy, runes your way. I won't be able to make it this year, but that's okay. Things are in motion. We'll see how things go as time progresses. Things are good though.
That's so special because the whole community we're sending you a lot of healing, and we can't wait to see you at one of these conferences very, very soon.
It will happen for sure.
What is happening in your life? Oh, Debbie.
Yeah, I just said I'm going to go and represent Colorado for Kadrick. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have to bump into each other sometime.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know. We live in the same.
Have you guys
state.
ever met?
No, we never met in person. No.
No, we've kind of always passed. We've been at the same
It's
places,
like
but
different
it's different
night,
times.
kind of thing.
But it will
hopefully
happen.
when soon we'll meet. Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, you just half an hour. I mean, I bumped into Kadrich when I was in Colorado. He came over to me, and it's still one of my favorite stories because it was opening up a whole new chapter in friendship, and I'm very, very happy about that.
Me too.
That was cool. What's new with you, Kadrich? What do you want to tell the community?
Well, interesting that you bring that up. Tomorrow on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing a workshop that has been really needed. It's been showing up quite a bit with clients and in classes, and people have been asking about this topic. And so I figured it's time to bring this forward. I'm going to give a 1-hour presentation on crossing over spirits, lost souls, people who don't know they're dead. They're afraid of going over to the other side, the consequences of what happens with that, and how you can actually help. I'm actually going to teach you my practices for helping people cross over to the other side. And that's free tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube Live. Just look for my YouTube channel. My name, Kadrick, opens all kinds of doors. If you look for my name on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, doors will open for you. So just look for me on YouTube. I'll be there 11 p.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be talking about spirits and helping them cross over.
I'm so excited for that. I didn't know that, and I actually feel the inspiration. Since ever I met you, we've all have family on this planet, and ever since I met you, I feel that deeply, that you bring in this knowledge about the passing to the world. That's very, very special. I might be joining.
That'd be great. Yeah, it's interesting. Is many years ago, my mom told me that I told her my purpose in this life was to help people to die. And I thought that meant the whole passing over process, like death doula or psychopomp work. It turns out it wasn't that. It turns out it's actually the shadow work. It's the spiritual growth work, because part of the reason why we get hung up going to the other side is we think that's like the key to clear everything. That's the key to fix everything. That we get over there, all the magic healing, all the stuff goes away. Well, sort of true. If it's not yours, it can get healed. But if it is yours, it's something that you carry with you, and it will influence the transition process. And that's also part of why we come back, is because we can work on things here. We can fix things here. So why not take advantage of that? Being alive is kind of cool because we can fix things here. We can do our shadow work. We can do our healing here. And then when we get to the other side, it's like, oh, that's all healed. I don't have to go back through the reincarnation process. And so that's been a big part of my purpose in this life, with the shadow work, with the spiritual growth, with the rune work even, is to help people bump up their spirituality to a higher level, clear out the blocks, clear out the negativity, the toxins, so that when it comes time to get rid of the body, oh, cool, I got this. I can make this happen. Easy.
Wonderful. I'm going to put kadrich.com here on the screen, so you find all this information there. I think humanity has this long tradition of carrying their people into the afterlife. We're talking about the Book of Dead, different other ancient traditions about that. The Germanic tribes and the Nordic North wisdom, they all have their own traditions there, and it is kind of lost for probably through the installation, making people so afraid of the afterlife and the dead. What's your take on that, Kadrich?
It's part of, to me, it is what I call the shadow matrix. It's part of a control mechanism put in place about fear, about shutting down, that there are only certain institutions that have the only answers, and that you have to play by their rules, their orthodoxy, in order to achieve salvation, in order to achieve growth, which is just not true. I tell people all the time, we're not spiritual beings having a human experience. We're spiritual and physical beings having a dynamic experience. We're both. And we exist in the physical and the spiritual at the same time, and it's all around us. And so we are innately beings that are connected to the spiritual world. And we're seeing more and more like star seeds coming in. And I'm working more with star seeds, interestingly enough, because there's a lot of shadows that star seeds intentionally picked up. And part of that is getting through a lot of these fear-based narratives, through these limiting narratives saying, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'll just throw this out there, one little soapbox piece. One of the things that frustrates me is when I hear people say, well, there are no spirits, there are no lost souls, that if you're encountering grandma coming by to say hi, it's not really grandma, it's a demon coming to take your soul. It's like, no, we've got to stop that fear-based narrative. Life is life on both sides of what we call the veil. And we are just as alive as the spirits that are all around us. And so we don't need those control mechanisms. We don't need those artificial fear-based narratives. I've been doing this paranormal work literally since I was a kid. I grew up in the paranormal. I grew up around it. It's like been a huge part of my life. There's nothing scary other than what we create. We are the creators of the scary stuff. And once we realize that, we can shift all we need to, and they're gone. They're just completely gone. So there's nothing to fear about it. Never has been. It's all just the control mechanisms of the shadow matrix.
Wow. Yeah, I very much agree that is true. And it's kind of a funny indoctrination, I guess. I was on Coast to Coast AM, the radio show, and people were calling in, and I was kind of overwhelmed by that because some were like, "Tim, fantastic interview, but the Bible says every ET is actually a demon." And I thought, like, oh, that's not a cool lifestyle, I guess. Not a cool way to see the world, right?
No, and I'm going to get in trouble here, but I will say this is so true even for the Norse. Okay, I'm going to start with the Norse stuff, which is my paradigm, my path, that we cannot trust the medieval texts that were written down because they were written down by people that had their own agendas. They had to modify things, they had to put things together. And the only way that we can trust any of the information in the Norse texts is if we can verify it with contemporary writings or through archaeology. And there was an NPR article that I caught once several years ago. It was a very interesting story about people who were trained in the old languages, old Hebrew, old Greek, I forgot the languages that were involved with the original Bibles, but they were translating it from those old original languages. And they said that the problem is like if we use English when we talk about an officer is not somebody who works in an office. Not necessarily. It's one of those conundrums of our language. And so these people were going back and translating and transliterating from these old original languages, and they were getting death threats to try to shut them down because only the King James version in English is the correct one, that sort of thing. And that's where we're going to start finding those fear-based narratives, like thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, which was something else completely. And so a lot of these things got changed, not only through the medieval period, but as we getting into the 19th and 20th century to fit certain agendas. And so now if we're going to go back and read some of these books, it's like, no, that's where we start to see a lot of these fear-based narratives. And that's unfortunate. Yeah,
that's literally the installation in play and some of the stuff that happened. What you called the matrix, I think you said. So one last question, because for everyone who's interested in that, Kedrich.com, you find his whole lecture on that tomorrow on YouTube. And he said it's free, which is super interesting, super cool. But just as as a quick tip for people, we have all these traditions where people who are still in this world are guiding other beings to the afterlife after they pass. We do have a lot, like hundreds of millions of people who never, who never thought about their own death, and have never created something for their own passing in afterlife, which people should do, I think. How would you say, what do you think people can do in order to, comfort people that passed away in their family?
Literally learn how to experience the afterlife. You see, one of the cool things about people who have had near-death experiences, they're not afraid of death anymore. They've seen the other side. They see what goes on over there. They understand what that transition process looks like, that there's no judgment. There's no criticism. When you get over there, people understand what's going on. And if you can get a taste of that now without dying, which is very possible, then you start to see the reality for what it is from your perspective. And that eliminates those fears. You start to be able to open those doors. It's kind of what I call the believing seeing dynamic, where you believe it a little bit, and then you see it. Now you see it, you believe it even more, and you see it even more. And then eventually it just becomes, well, of course I don't have to believe it. That's the way things are. And this is something I do offer in a course I just put out recently called the Afterlife Codex. You can find it on my website, kedrich.com, where I will literally walk you through the process of creating your own space on the other side, where you can literally figure out I will teach you how you can connect with beings on the other side and open those doors of communication so that you realize that it's not the afterlife, it's just a continuation of life, and that you're already a part of it. You already are a part of it. We're not separate from it. And that is available in that new course I just put out, the Afterlife Codex.
I'm very excited. I feel that about you and your mission here on Earth. Ever since I've met you, I felt that's an important mission here on Earth. Very, very special. We do have a meditation coming up in just one moment. But, whoops, that's the wrong button. First time, there's a lot of buttons here. Anyway, what I quickly wanted to say is, if you're interested in the All Stuff Happening Now conference, again, it happens 1 week before Christmas this year. We are already 10% sold out. We do have a contingent of other tickets. Then go to, let me put that on, allstuffhappeningnow.com/conference, get your ticket. Also, type in your favorite speaker and get a nice present. If you type in Tim, you get a first generation All Stuff Happening Now shirt until they run out. We only have a few, and they are limited. They come with a little card that shows that they are original. Keep the card if ever you want to sell that shirt on eBay in a few years. Also, Italy is coming up, which is in June. I know we have a lot of singles here, but I'm still waiting for that one couple. We do have one double room still available for Italy, and I want to very, very quickly say what we do there. Italy is a very, very intimate space. It's a beautiful space right around the Lake Garda area. So pretty. Beautiful biological organic food that we have. It's all included, but the idea is that we go into energy modulation. I'm teaching you that. ETs say that it's the number one thing that we need to learn right now on this planet, how to modulate energies. So we go into that. We do some energy light exercises, and we have a lot of contact scenarios. Last year we had so much fun. We had 2 contacts. We met a species from the Galactic Federation. Beautiful beings, very nice, very sweet, connected to us, told us they have their own technology, and they're observing the All Stuff Happening Now community with 7 people in that group. It was very, very special. They didn't have a sense of humor, which I have never thought that would happen, but it did. And we also connected to a reptile species who actually, one of their main things is having fun and stand-up comedy and also stomping. They were showing us and telling us that. It's very special. We have a meditation tent, and I'm very eager for like 20 people or so as our group to make really a lifetime changing experience. Italy is upgrading each and every year, and this year I think it is so special with beautiful gifts, beautiful food, and really life-changing fun experiences. And it's a very intimate space. I'm still waiting for that one couple. I know we have so many solo travelers signing up, but we only have one double bed available anymore. Stop texting me that is no issue for you, and you can put random people together in one bed. We're not going to do that. So if you have a partner or a good friend that you can spend a room together, sign up, allstuffhappeningnow.com. There's the Italy retreat. And now, time for a meditation. And the beautiful thing is, this time, we have music. Let's also get Nochi and Eric here too. There we go. Guys, last time it was a little confusing with the order of speakers. So I started, then what are we doing? Then we go to Kedrich, I guess, then Debbie, then Nochi and Eric, and Sarah is including that. Okay? I'm not gonna call anyone, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna let it. We're gonna do it. Okay, everyone at home too. Whoops. That's the wrong button. So many buttons. Anyone at home around the world, let's go into a beautiful meditation all together. Interesting. I've never done that with music. That's interesting too. Bring that down a little bit. Okay. So everyone, close your eyes and prepare yourself to go into this really, really special meditation with all these beautiful beings all over the world. And with your eyes closed, take a few breaths in order to calm yourself down and realize that you are a frequential field. Everything that you feel, everything that you are, those are fields over fields over fields. It's beautiful. And you can tune into different frequencies. You can tune into different moods. You can tune into different vibrations too. It's very, very easy to. So while you're sitting there and while you have your eyes closed and while we are focusing on connecting this wonderful growing Orschaft in our community with beings all over the planet and beyond that have chosen to shift happily now, let's focus on these reality fields. Let's focus on the vibration fields, on the frequency fields of oneself. Realize that whatever you feel in this very, very moment is part of the frequency, of the melody that you bring into the world. And you can change your melody according to, whatever you want. So just imagine and realize that there is something in the universe that sparks happiness, that sparks joy, that makes it so, so appealing to be in this universe. And that is the frequency that we want to tune in right now. So imagine that. Feel yourself into that frequency. Realize that you can modulate and change the frequency of your own body. And you can do that by just focusing on something. Just as much as, certain events change frequency, just as much as music can change frequency, your thoughts and your will can also change your frequency. And the beautiful thing is the more you do that, the more you tune into a happy frequency, the more your reality will do that too, because as above, so below, right? So just imagine whatever makes you happy. It could be a taco, it could be a pizza, it could be just the love of, being alive, being with this community, being together on this planet, realizing that we are now in the pre-designed time of shifting into a planet that gives us a home. The universe is opening up for that. We are making a shift into a level 4 planet, into a level 4 reality. It means the universe is opening up for the love of the universe, realizing that there is love in the universe and that we can tap into that. And it's free, it's there. We are creating that. And by tuning into that frequency, we bring that frequency into our own lives and into the world around us, into the beings around us. People, animals, friends, family, they all will feel better more and more because we are creating a field that is full of joy, of happiness, and the feeling of being at home with this planet and with the universe. And the more we do so, the more we tune into this, the universe will adapt to that because we are the universe. So imagine that we now have so many thousands and thousands of people, especially those people who are watching the recording too, tens of thousands of people, and they are all modulating their frequency just by imagining that. Whatever sparks you can be the joy, the joy of going into nature, of seeing the beauty of nature. It can be connecting to your children, your kids, your daughter, your son. Maybe you have a partner, and maybe you want to come to Italy too. But all this beautiful joy and all this beautiful embracing of the universe, make sure that you tune into that frequency more and more and more, and realize that by tuning into that, we are on the next step of bringing that into a new level. And this new level is a Earth planet that is designed to be a home, a universe that is designed to be a home. That was our frequency and our inspiration and aspiration all along. And there are billions and billions of star seeds and beings and species out there. And they all have realized that. They all went through their own shifts into a level 4 reality and beyond. Maybe some of them have done that shift billions of years ago, billions of Earth years ago. Maybe these beings in Mexico and other places around the world, when the last Earth shift happened, they vanished from the planet. They came to, well, their own realization of love in the universe. And realizing that beyond all the chaos of the planet and beyond all the, fake media that are telling, stories, realize that those realities are not your reality, because you can tune your reality into joy and realize that your frequency will make a difference for your reality and other beings and all of them. And with that, I'm going to pass that along, I guess, to Kedrich.
Thank you. And now let's do a little bit of shadow work to help with our frequency boosting and frequency shifting. In some ancient cultures, the string is a powerful tool for manifestation, that your energies, your wishes, your intentions can be locked into a knot on that string and kept for a day when you need that. And that when you unlock and you untie that string, you release that wish, that energy, that intention out into the world to bring its manifestation to bear. We can do the same kind of thing, sort of in the opposite direction, for shadow work. As beings in the 3D, we are met with all sorts of frustration, all sorts of limitation, even toxic energies. This is a natural part of the 3D world that we exist in. It is natural as a human being existing in a human body to have frustration, to have disappointment, to have anger and upset. And it's also perfectly normal to express that and to release those energies. But sometimes they get locked within us, they get stored within us. We push them down deeper and they lock in even harder. And the more we try to resist them, the more we try to ignore them, those shadow energies dig in even deeper and start to influence our lives in ways that we don't want them to. But we're going to use this model of string magic to do some shadow work. And so for right now, I want you to feel frustration. Think about the things that frustrate you. Feel disappointment, the things that have let you down, the moments just that haven't gone through the way you needed them to. Even the anger, the upset, the despair. It's okay to feel all of these feelings. Let them be like a maelstrom of energy swirling within you and all around you. And it's okay. We're connected to the sacred. And all you're doing is just bringing your awareness and acceptance that you have these emotions and these energies. And as you're feeling these energies, these emotions, notice that they start to form like a ball of string. With every bit of frustration is a knot on that string. Every disappointment is a knot on that string. Every moment of anger, despair, upset is a knot on that string. And it just gets balled up with all of these knots. Not necessarily tighter and tighter, but just more knots, more balling up, so that you've got this mass of string, this bundle of string that contains your frustrations, your disappointments, all the upset that you feel. And just for a moment in your mind's eye, let yourself be aware of this bundle of string full of knots that contain all of your shadow energies. And as you're aware of this bundle of string with knots that contain your shadow energies, just take that breath just to be aware and just to accept that you have this. Now notice one knot towards the end of that string. And in your mind's eye, imagine that you're starting to untie that knot. You're pulling at the thread, holding that knot together. As you're pulling that thread, the knot starts to open. It starts to get wider and wider until the knot releases. And as it releases, it lets go of some of that frustration. Maybe it lets go a little bit of anger. Maybe it lets go of a little bit of upset. No matter what, it's releasing a bit of shadow energy. And notice how it feels as you release that shadow energy. A bit of relief, a bit of calm, bringing you more clarity, raising your frequency to a higher state because it's no longer burdened with that shadow energy. And then notice another knot and spend a moment to pull on the threads of that knot, pulling it open wider and wider as that shadow energy just gets released as that knot comes undone. And feel that wave of relief come through you, that clearing and clarity that comes with that knot clearing. Knowing that your frequency is raising up even higher. And I want you to know that this is a bundle of string that you can carry with you anywhere. That anytime you're feeling some frustration, some disappointment, some anger, upset, any sort of shadow energies, especially if they're not yours. And just spend a moment with this ball of thread and untie a few knots, feeling that release of shadow energy, feeling that clearing coming, bringing a clarity to your mind, a clarity to your energy as your frequencies raise up because you're no longer carrying the burden of that shadow energy. And eventually someday you may notice the string is not so much of a bundle. It's just a loose grouping of knots which easily come undone one by one. Sometimes you may get more knots and that's okay. But just use this meditation as a way to connect with, to be aware of and accept shadow energy, and then to release it and transmute it to a higher frequency. And with that, hail, and I pass the baton.
Or maybe it's Debbie. But I think he's going to go to you. Maybe he does you just before.
Hello, I guess it's my turn to do the meditation. So I'm going to expand out from the work that, beautiful work that Kadrick did. I'm going to expand out into the cosmos. So hope you guys will settle in and go on this little journey with me. It should take about 5 minutes. So I would like to begin by finding a quiet space. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. Let your body relax and your mind settle. Take another slow breath in. And as you exhale, imagine a golden light surrounding your body, calm, warm, and protective. This light forms a sphere around you, creating a safe and sacred space. Now, bring your awareness to the center of your forehead, your third eye. Visualize a soft indigo light glowing there. With each breath, this light becomes brighter, opening your inner sight, your telepathic receiver. Gently bring your attention to the stars above you. Imagine a brilliant stream of starlight pouring down from the cosmos, entering through your crown chakra and filling your entire being with pure high-frequency light. Silently set your intention. I am open to loving, benevolent galactic communication. I receive only messages of light, wisdom, and peace. Feel your energy begin to shift, tuning into a higher frequency. You may sense a presence, perhaps a galactic guide, a star family member, or a being of light. Simply notice what you feel. You may receive images, thoughts, sensations, or even emotions. Trust what comes. If a message begins to form, receive it without judgment. You are safe. You are held. You are connected. Rest here for a few more moments, allowing yourself to receive. You don't need to force anything. Telepathy often speaks in whispers. When you're ready, thank any beings or energies that have joined you. Slowly return to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes and take a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. You are now grounded and connected with the stars and with yourself. And with this, I will pass the baton.
Welcome, beautiful soul. This is your sacred time to quantum jump, to shift into the version of you who already lives your dream life. Gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a slow breath out through your mouth. Once again, breath in and breath out. Feel your body becoming soft and relaxed. Imagine golden roots growing from your feet, anchoring deep into the earth. You are safe. You are supported. With every breath, your awareness expands. You begin to feel yourself drifting into a peaceful, higher space. A space beyond time, beyond logic. A space of infinite possibilities. Behind your eyelid, in front of you, visualize a glowing doorway. This is a portal to your highest timeline, where your dreams are already real. With calm confidence, walk towards the portal. As you pass through it, you feel your energy shift. You step into a new version of yourself, a version that already is success, abundance, the joy, the light you desire. Standing before you now is your quantum self, the most radiant, empowered version of you. Look into their eyes and feel their energy, their confidence, their love. You can ask them silently, "What message do you have for me?" Listen and feel and receive. Now step forward and gently merge with your quantum self. Feel their wisdom, clarity, and high vibration entering every cell and particles of your being. Breathe it in and feel the shift. You are now aligned with your highest path. Slowly the portal behind you fades. But the feeling remains. You carry it within you now. Take a deep breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes. Welcome back, Quantum Traveler. Your new timeline begins now. Yes. And I will pass it on to Sarah.
Beautiful. Allow yourself to sink into this moment even more, giving your body permission to relax into this moment and drop deeper and deeper into a gentle relaxation. And allow the energies of the beautiful work that you've just done here together today to begin to settle into your energy field now. Feel the energy of the clearing, the connection, the activation into the you that is on your highest timeline now. Feel these energies begin to settle more and more in your reality field now. And begin to become aware of the area around your body. Becoming aware that your awareness is present around your physical body. And just like you would tune a radio station to the dial you prefer, begin to tune the frequency around your physical body to the frequency you prefer. Maybe tuning the frequency around your body to joy, to love, to peace. Play with the frequency around your body and begin to attune it to what your heart is asking for the most in this moment. Maybe it's feeling peaceful and grounded. Maybe it's presence. Maybe it's joy. Begin to tune the frequency. Tune the frequency around your body even more. And allow yourself to wash the area around your body with the highest frequencies of love now. As if you can feel your whole body and energy field washed with the energies of love. Allow yourself to melt into that washing, to surrender into the love washing over you now. And feel how good it feels to allow love to surround you, to wash over your entire field. And with your awareness, begin to bring your awareness in from around your body to the center of your heart, zooming your awareness in to the center of your heart. And allow yourself to be so satisfied with your efforts today. Let yourself know, I am doing good. I am honored for being here now. Let yourself know how proud of you you are. I am proud of you. You are doing good. I love you. Realize that you are so appreciated for being here on this planet now. Remember this. You are so honored for the path that you've taken. Feel your heart opening to receive this appreciation. You are so honored. You are so appreciated. And you are doing good. Let yourself rest here in this awareness that you are doing good. You are honored for being here. And you are so loved and appreciated for all that you are. Allow yourself to breathe it in and feel it. You are so loved and appreciated for all that you are and all that you've ever been. Let yourself rest into that even more. Perhaps open your heart a little more to receive it. You are so loved and appreciated for all that you are. And you are so celebrated for the path that you are walking here on this planet now. And with your awareness centered in the center of your heart, begin to become aware of all of the other hearts that are meditating here together now. And begin to share your appreciation with the other beings who are here, doing their best to be their best, here walking on this earth path, courageous souls. Begin to share your love with the rest of this All Shift Happily Now community. Let these beings know I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And feel the connection between all of the hearts in the group amplifying now. As if a beautiful grid of connection has lit up across the planet, as all of our hearts connect in reverence and appreciation for one another. Any comparisons or doubts or insecurities melt away in this moment, and all beings are lifted to their highest expression. Feel the appreciation sharing, spreading between each being, lifting one another up, celebrating one another. Feel so loved and welcomed here. And feel that the connection of this group is amplifying and getting stronger and stronger with each breath. And begin to infuse this connection between us all with even more love. Feel yourself falling in love in this moment and amplifying the connection of this group with even more love and acceptance. And with the love and acceptance circulating in this group, amplifying and uplifting one another together, let us now spread that love around this entire planet. See that grid that is lighting up across the planet now, sending the signals of the highest frequencies of love, of patience, of acceptance, of encouragement around the planet now. You don't have to try to do this, just let it happen. Washing this entire planet over gently and lovingly with the energies of love, encouragement, appreciation, and reverence for all beings here now. And now bring your connection back to the group, thanking one another now, honoring one another. Thank you for this work we get to do together. Thank you for being you. I love you. Thank you. And now bring your awareness back to your energy field, becoming aware of the area around your body, noticing how cleansed it is, how uplifted it is, how bright your energy field is now. And bring your awareness back to the center of your heart. And feel the love amplified in your heart now, feeling very satisfied with your efforts. Getting ready to come back to this session together. I want you to take a quick moment and allow your awareness to now connect with the heart of the earth and give your thanks and gratitude to the center of the earth. Thank the earth for being our home. Thank her for her guidance and healing. And allow yourself to feel so grounded in these energies as you give your appreciation to the earth, knowing that you are safe to walk here, you are free to be you, you're safe to be you here, remembering that in this connection. And then bring your awareness back up, breathing into the bottom of your feet, feeling so grounded, so light, so connected, bringing your awareness to your heart. And now allow yourself to bring a huge, giddy, giant smile to your face as you become aware of being aware in your body now. Bring a huge smile to your face. Make it really, really big and take a deep breath into the smile. Pretend like I'm calling you out right now and telling you to smile even bigger. Make it goofy, make it big, and take a deep breath into the smile and witness how it shifts your energy field. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes, presenting your joyful self back to the call. as we get ready for a group declaration of all shift happily now together. And I'll pass it back to Tim for that.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. I get everyone here. Ah, beautiful. With all these tensions of moving into a new level of reality, designated time, peace, joy, love for all our timelines. Let's put that into an awesome happening all together. Everyone here, I would love for you to unmute yourself. Everyone at home around the earth, let's do that all together in 3, in 2, and 1.
All
shift
Happily now.
Oh my goodness, that was so special. I think we have everyone here. Diana? Yeah, there we are. Wow, look at those beautiful people. My goodness, this was already worth it. I can see everyone here. Everyone at home, thank you so much for doing that for your own timeline, for our timeline, for the timeline of the whole universe. Yeah, it is so special and so powerful when we do that. Everyone at home who's doing the recording, thank you so much too. We go into a little bit of a Q&A, quick Q&A, and off as always, give the chance to our golden ticket winners to ask a question, and also the community, which we have some beautiful comments here. So nice. Yes. Was that a question? Beautiful. Okay, everyone. At home and around the world too, if you do have some questions, let us know. I don't know where that is coming from. We had some channeled messages that came through Sarah's microphone too. Anyway, everyone, let the people know what is. Oh, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a question for Kajadek, if that's okay.
Yes.
You were talking earlier about the sort of manipulation of truth in order to instill fear in one way or another. And I find that pops up a lot in art history, especially in medieval art history, where I feel like demons are almost a way for artists to it's a way to interpret the flaws and the parts of humanity that we wish we didn't have to interact with into a way of visualizing it. And I was wondering if you're familiar with that concept, or if you can touch base on anything regarding that, using art throughout different civilizations and different cultures to almost twist the human experience into a fear-based experience. Does that make any sense?
Yes, always. In fact, it's used kind of both ways. So, for example, the serpent imagery. The serpent at one point was a symbol of wisdom, of knowledge, of ascension. Really, this is why we see the rod of Asclepius and the caduceus with serpents on it. But eventually the serpent and that knowledge became unacceptable. And so the serpent became an evil image, a negative image, because there wasn't that need for that promotion of that. And definitely we see that where we can create, where we have mythological constructs of bestial type creatures, demons, all sorts of things as negative connotations, but we can use that. So if you were to see your own fear as a demon taunting you, tormenting you, and you were able to project that in a visual as a demon external to you, you could have a conversation with it, talk to it, find out what it's all about, and maybe call on other forces like Kali or Thor to eradicate that demon. But I want to suggest it's also used the other way around, because we know, for example, the Pleiades is a part of the Taurus constellation. And when we look back at old Greek cultures, we see Taurus is all over the place. Not only was it the age of Taurus, possibly, but because there was that Pleiadian connection. And when we look at creatures like the Minotaur, a Pleiadian being, hybrid with human being, Could this be a mythological construct letting us know that there were extraterrestrials intermingling? Same way with serpent-headed humans or humans with serpent bodies, extraterrestrial mingling. And then these were turned into negative creatures. The Minotaur was something to fear. The Naga in some cultures are very protective, and in some ways the Naga are seen as very destructive. So yeah, absolutely. These mythological constructs get convoluted in all sorts of ways. And it's important for us to be able to examine them and see through that so we can better understand what's really going on. Good question.
Thanks.
Tim, I think you're muted.
Oh my goodness. I was telling all that stuff. Anyway, let me do that again. We do have a question from beautiful also happening in our community, and I want to direct that to Debbie Solaris, because Debbie is directly connected to the Akashic record and also receiving a lot of information from the Galactic and other species too. So May is asking, are there any updates coming from the Galactic Federation? I'll pass that on to Debbie.
Thank you for that question. I guess the only thing that's coming through right now for me from the Galactic Federation is that there is a lot of work behind the scenes that a lot of us aren't aware of, that is actually, we're getting a lot of support from extraterrestrial beings as far as the dismantling of the current systems here on Earth. We're seeing it more and more in the forefront, and also more so mostly in the background, where there is quite a few children that are being rescued from underground DUMS like type situations. DUMS is, if you guys don't know what that acronym means, it's, the underground tunnels. There, as a lot of there is a lot of child trafficking and pedophilia that's been going on in this reality for quite a long time. And these galactic beings are actually actively working with some of our military members to rescue these poor, unfortunate souls. So that's currently happening as we're speaking. Other things that are happening is that a lot of the chemtrails and GMOs, quite a bit of some of the spike proteins we've seen in vaccines are also being disengaged and dismantled. So this has been going on for a while. Unfortunately, I don't think every vaccine is currently being disengaged, but I do think that's that they are doing the best they can, in order for that to happen. There were certain, I think, political figures put in place that, whether you love them or hate them, I do think they're part of the great systems, I would say, dismantling. So that would be like RFK Jr. I think he's been put in place particularly to bring better health and better. And he has actually a connection with Orion. Not everybody, a lot of people seem to think that Orion has a negative connotation. Actually, there's a lot of benevolent families. I think the Kennedys were one of those families that was very connected with the Orion system, but they were part of the resistance fighter groups that came here to Earth to bring self-sovereignty to people here on Earth. So, they are playing a part in all this. Donald Trump also is from Orion. And I know he's been working, I think, with some of the Pleiadian groups and, trying to bring forth the original, pretty much the original intention of our Constitution here in the United States, which is also going to have kind of an expansion across the planet. So, so there is a lot happening right now. It does seem pretty chaotic at the moment, but what the Galactic Federation is saying is to hang tight, don't lose faith, hang in there. Things are actually happening, even though the mainstream media is going to make it seem like it's all status quo, it's all the same. Actually, a lot of these elite groups are running scared right now. And we're going to see big changes, particularly with the monetary system. We're going to see extraterrestrial technologies coming through, particularly med beds. I do think med beds are just around the corner. Whether or not they'll be available to the public, that's yet to be seen. But I do think they are coming forward. Free energy is also going to be one of those technologies that's going to become more and more prevalent. And we're just going to see a lot of great changes here. So we're all a part of this. We're all doing, all of us being here, just all of us sharing our frequency. I love All Shift Happily Now, and I love Tim and Sarah for bringing us all together to set these intentions in place so that we can help our galactic brothers and sisters here on, since we are the ground troops here, to to bring that, to hold the frequency so that these changes can actually be manifested here. So thank you for that question. That was really great. I appreciate the opportunity to share.
That was indeed pretty special. There's another question that I want to quickly answer myself, which is Louis asking, he's been having feelings that he's doing stuff in his dream state. And then he wakes up, and all the stuff that he's doing seems to be quite significant. And the dream state is a really interesting state because, again, we are classifying these different states of reality with numbers. And dream state goes into level 4 reality, which is one of the reasons why you can fly there and change appearances and all of that. But there's been done a lot of research on dream states, and it shows that when you are in a dream state, you are actually doing stuff. You can connect to other beings. Information can go from one point to another point. So oftentimes these dream states are for really experiences that you have. And then you return to yourself into this reality, and it feels like you've done something very significant. If you can't recall what you were doing, I would say go into some meditation, and then often find some techniques to maneuver the dream plane. Beautiful question. We are beyond the 2-hour note, which is fantastic because I love this very, very much. And I promise next time we're going to be so much more on top of all the technology here. I want to bring everyone on screen for one more time. And if anyone out there can take a screenshot of all these beautiful beings, send it to me. I would very much love that. So let me quickly get back. Nochi and Eric, and Debbie, and Sarah, and Kedrich Olsen, our shadow worker, Diana, Judith, and Monica. So we have everyone here right now. So amazing. Take a quick selfie. I'm pretty sure someone is going to take a quick selfie. I want to quickly say thank you that you're all here. This is going to mark a new area in our community lives. We had 120 people with us live, and thousands and thousands of people going to catch the replay. I'm so happy about that. Let everyone quickly know if something. We know Kedrich is doing his beautiful passing away information tomorrow on YouTube. Debbie, what is up for you?
Well, I got a lot going on. It's kind of hard to pin it down, but I am going to do a little conference with the Consciousness Awakening Network. They're based out of Colorado. I think Kedrich might be familiar with them. That's what through Sheila Sheppy, and we're doing a little conference with Vivian Chevet, myself, and Jerome Martin and some other great folks. That will be on June 9th. And then I'm going to be actually offering a in-person workshop in LA at the beautiful London West Hollywood Hotel. This will be August 9th. It's going to be an all-day workshop. You get to just hang out with me all day in this beautiful, beautiful hotel, and we're going to learn how to connect with our star families and to read the Akashic records. So that is not to be missed. And then there's always, more events that I'll be involved with. I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you guys are interested in hanging out with me or, checking me out with some of these events, just check out my website, debbiesolaris.com at events, the events page, and you will find it. And you'll find all the events I'll be involved with, including the beautiful Mexico event that we'll all be a part of in December.
That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for that. Sarah, what's up with you?
Awesome. So I would say the best thing to do in my world is to come on into the free community session I do every month. We do perspective upgrades in the beginning of the session, and we go through anything that you can feel in your reality field. You could use a tune-up in, you can use a higher perspective on, you could use a different, some kind of a subconscious clearing on. We go through a quick perspective upgrades, which is really awesome to expand your consciousness. Then I do live sessions. So it's an opportunity to get live healing support. And the beautiful thing about these sessions is when you witness the way I guide someone live, it does heal a part of you. It is such a beautiful process to witness. We all heal together. So even if you want to sit back on that session and just receive, you can sit back and receive the perspective upgrades, and you can receive the beautiful healing support just from watching someone else raise their hand. So I do that every second Thursday of the month, and I invite you to come join me there. And then you can see all the things going on into my world there. But it's a great place to go and great space to be a part of every second Thursday of the month. And you can join in at sarahzula.com.
Amazing. Eric and Nochi, I know you're going to Japan, but what's also going on with you? Oh, you got to unmute yourself. Well, I can do it. Click. No, maybe you should do it.
Oh no. Now
we don't want you to feel bad. We're trying to do it exactly to match you. So we're both in there.
You were both clicking on mute and unmute at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. No, we got on Sunday, we have the All Shift Happily Now Japan with you, Tim, Nochi, myself. We're going to be doing that. And then we have in June, May.
Paris Expo.
We have the Paris Expo in May.
In May, she expo the Women Empowerment Expo. We speak about the Third Eye Awakening.
And
did you say Paris?
Paris, yes.
In Paris, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, keynote speaker. As keynote speaker, we talk together. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then June, we have Japan workshops in Japan. And then we just have our normal schedule stuff from the website for doing channeling courses and energy work for the mentoring and all those things, which can all be found on the website at Nochi.
Mm-hmm. And always, every month, 7th of every month,
we
have
Wednesdays, right? Every Wednesday?
With Tim.
Yeah, but
it's going to be a Wednesday next month, I think.
Yeah.
Next month, Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be fun. I'm very excited. So everyone
lined up
out there, please join Nochi, Eric, and me for a special Also Happening Now Japanese version. We still have to debate how we translate that to Japanese. That's going to be so much fun. I want to thank everyone. I'm going to quickly click everyone off screen while I say goodbye to them. So Debbie Solaris, thank you so much for being with us. If you want to sign up for Debbie, go to, let me put that on the screen too, Also Happening Now conference and type in Debbie and you get a wonderful star kit. If you want to do a group healing session subscription or get a book. Who knows? Sarah Zuna. Thank you, Sarah, so much for joining. We do have a session tomorrow with Kedrich, which I'm very, very interested in. Go to kedrich.com. Thank you, Kedrich, so much for being here. And see us on Sunday and the 7th with Eric and Machi. Both of you, it's so special having you. Thank you so much. You're very, very much loved. And we do have our golden ticket winners, as always. They're here. Diana, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Monica. And thank you, Judith, too. I'm going to click you away, too. And here we are. Everyone, that was the first session of this new community life. It's been so wonderful. A little bit technologically wonky here and there, but I already have like an idea how we're going to improve that. Everyone, please keep choosing happiness in your reality and for the universe. The more we do that, the more the universe loves us. It increases the happiness in our reality realm. Check out happeningnnow.com for the Italy retreat and for the conference. Get some tickets, 10% are sold out. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be really, really nice. Everyone at home, thank you so much. We love you a lot. I love you a lot. And we see you every 25th on YouTube.
I'll shift.